Lesson number 28, Modal Interval Pattern. You can visit the link in the description below to view your free PDF copy of this lesson so you can follow along. In this week's lesson, we'll be looking at a pattern I wrote out to help me better identify fourths and fifth intervals in some scales I've been improvising with lately. So the first scale we're going to look at is the Dorian Scale. And we're going to take this pattern ascending and descending through the entire range of the scale. So to briefly review, a Dorian scale is based off the second mode of the major scale. So if we wanted to play a D Dorian scale, we would play a C major scale starting on the note D. The Dorian scale is a very basic scale to use over minor chords in modal tunes like impressions or so what or milestones. It's just a very versatile scale that we use a lot in improvisation. So now that we have reviewed the Dorian scale, let's take a brief look at our pattern and see what intervals are going on to help us ascend and descend through the scale that we're using. So the pattern is based off a series of fourths and fifths. So let's break that down slowly. So we're going to start on the root of our scale, in this case D for D Dorian. We're going to go up a diatonic fourth, up another diatonic fourth, and then down a diatonic fifth. And then that note's going to resolve perfectly to our next note of the scale. In this case, our second scale degree is E. Then we're going to repeat the same pattern, up a fourth, down a fifth, resolve down a step diatonically, fourth, same thing, up through the entire scale. And then for our descending version of this pattern, all we're going to do is do the same pattern with the same intervals and just do it in reverse. So we're going to start at the top, in this case the seventh of our D Dorian scale, go down a diatonic fourth, down a fourth, fifth, up a step to the next scale degree, down a fourth, up a fifth, continue that pattern throughout the scale. So now that we know how to take the pattern through our various modes that we're working on, specifically the Dorian mode in this lesson, let's look at some alternative methods for practicing this lesson outside of what's written in the PDF file. So one thing we can do is begin to displace the rhythm of the pattern in various ways. So you'll notice that if you look at the pattern, it starts with a pickup on the and of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So one thing we can do is begin to play with where that pickup actually lines up with the downbeat of the first measure. We can start the pattern on beat 4 instead of the and of 4. 1, 2, 3. Gives the line a totally different feel because there are different notes lining up with the strong beats of each measure. We can also displace it one more eighth note. We could start on the and of 3. 1, 2, 3. The other thing that we can do is change the rhythm entirely. So right now the line is written out in a series of eighth notes. What would happen if we did the line as triplets instead? 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice that I didn't include the pickup that time. So let's include a pickup on the with the first triplet of each pattern. Triplet, 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 triplet. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. There will be a couple more videos in reference to this lesson where we take the pattern through some other modes that I've been improvising with. I do come out with new videos every single week, so if that's something you might be interested in, please feel free to subscribe. Also feel free to leave me a comment below or send me a message with any questions or suggestions you might have about my videos. Thanks for watching.